Hello and welcome. This is going to be a starter tutorial for Java and NetBeans. Gonna say this right off the bat. I will probably make some mistakes during the tutorial, but I'm just gonna plow through anyways, because just want to show you everything, how it works, so you can be quick and efficient. And if we make a couple mistakes in the tutorial, well, that's what programmers do, I guess. So I will lead by example. This is NetBeans. This is an integrated development environment. Basically, this is an area where you can make programs using Java programming language. So you might not use NetBeans. You might use Eclipse. You might use another environment. But the code will be the same. So the Java code will be the same. NetBeans is just the environment that you use to program in Java. So to start, I'm going to click on New Project. It's going to be a Java and a Java application. I'll click Next, and I'll call this our first program. Don't leave spaces in the project name or anything like that. And then we click Finish. And we're given right away a template. Yours might look slightly different. It might not have some of this, but what's important is that the main part of your code goes right here. So this is where our main part of our programming code. For the first little while, we're not going to switch too many things up here. We're just going to go straight to where we can set the program. We will import a couple things. This is where we import, so if someone's written some other functions and methods that we need, we'll take them and we'll import them from there. But this is the main area. So let's do something right away. This is a famous first computer programming program. So this is the Hello World program. You can see I've done systemout.println. That means print this to the screen. So whatever I write in brackets, print this to the screen, and I'd like to print Hello World. Now, it doesn't like this. So in NetBeans right away, it's showing me that there's a problem, and it's saying that there's a semicolon expected. In 95% of the code you write, you're going to have a semicolon at the end of your Java code, at the end of the line of code. It's not all the time, but it's 95% of the time. So this shows us a couple things. It shows us the debugger, so it shows us how it's showing us errors. Anytime you have red underline, it means there's something wrong with that line of code. In this case, I just need a semicolon. So if I ran this program, I'll just hit the green button up here. I run it, and there it is, Hello World. So it outputted my first program. That was pretty cool. So let's add a little bit of code. Now I'm not going to write systemout.println anymore because that takes so long. And programmers like to work really hard, but they also like to be a little bit lazy. Let's be lazy here. Let's go SOUT and tab. So you hit SOUT and then tab, and it pretty much sets out your systemout.println. I'm going to print some math stuff here. So I'm going to print 11 plus 3. That's going to print that to the screen. And I'm going to use Control C and Control V. Go all the way down here. Whoops. As I said, we are not editing the video. We're just going to plow through all of our mistakes. And you guys feel comfortable making your own mistakes because you're seeing me make probably more than anyone else will ever make. We're going to make all these different math functions, and we're going to use 2 at the bottom that might not look too familiar with for you. But we're going to see what happens. 11 plus 3 is simple. 11 minus 3, 11 times 3, 11 divided by 3, and 11 modulus 3. So what happens? These last two, one of them will take how many times 3 goes into 11, and it'll store that number, or it'll output that number. The other one will take how many times 3 goes into 11, and it will actually output the remainder. So 3 obviously doesn't go in equally. It goes in 3 times. 3 times 3 is 9, so the remainder is 2. So if I run this program, give it a second here, and there it is. So it outputted Hello World, and then 11 plus 3 was 14, 11 minus 3 was 8, 11 times 3 was 33, 11 divided by 3 was 3, 11 modulus 3 was the remainder, which is 2. So that is our first video, our first program of the Java environment. Quite a lot going on there. Where to write your code, how to start your project. Anytime you want to save, you just go up here and click Save. But every time you click the green button to run it, it actually saves that program. So that's some of the basics.